Okay, so we're going to go over everything that you need to know about your aesthetic state board. On the day that you guys go, you're going to bring your proof of training envelope that you shouldn't open, because I did have one student open it. You're going to bring your ID and your keys. You can leave your phones in your cars. You can't have them in your pockets, in your suitcase, anything. If they're off, if they're on silent, you can't have them. So just leave them in your car. If you're Ubering, they have a basket there, but it's like to your own discretion. We rent from California Kit Company, so the information is on the board. For those of you watching, we'll put it in the description box below. And then, so basically when you get to your practical, everybody takes practical at the same time. So you're going to be told to be back at the state board facility at 12:40. Everyone's practical starts at 1:15. You're sorted off into your specific rooms, and then you roll in. When you come in, you have your suitcase that you rent from the kit company, and we set these up exactly how they do at the kit company, so you guys aren't confused by anything. Everything's in here. This table is going to be a little higher, so this table is going to be sitting under it, and then you'll most likely have a stool. Depending on your proctor will depend on whether or not you can sit down in between services, and they'll let you know. So we're going to go ahead and begin. They'll tell you to set up your set your table straight, and then you just go into it and put your suitcase underneath your counter. We're calling this table our counter and this our working table. So when I set my suitcase down here, I'm going to set it with the zipper faced away from me, so I know every time that I walk away from my suitcase and that flap is on my leg, it should be closed, and it's just kind of a reminder for you. All right. You will have a binder on your counter. You can't see it? It's fine. You'll have a binder on your counter with all the instructions in it, and they're going to tell you to read along with them. They'll call you out if you're not looking at your paper and reading along with them. They'll be like, oh, number 3, do you want to follow along with us? So just, even if you're not reading it, just kind of look at it. So when you start, they're going to say, you will prepare your work area for your client. You will set up the universal supplies you will use throughout the examination. You will also set up the supplies for the following sections of the examination: cleansing the face with product, exfoliating the face with product using implements or materials and including towel steaming, and massaging the face with product. You will prepare your client for services. You will be expected to follow all client protections, safety, and infection control procedures. You will have 15 minutes to complete this section. You will be informed when you have 8 minutes remaining. Do not demonstrate any procedures until the verbal instructions are given and you are instructed to begin. Step back to indicate you have finished. You may begin. So immediately you're going to go and you're going to unzip your suitcase. And you're going to take out your trash can and your laundry bag. You're going to set your laundry bag just underneath your working table, and you're going to open up your trash can and set it up outside on the opposite side of your, oh, this bag is broken, on the opposite side of your working table.
Okay, you better cut that out. Okay, repeat what you said.
This is a really fucked up bag. Alright, so you're going to put your trash can on the opposite side of your working table out in the aisle. Then you're going to go back into your suitcase that we closed in between that. Okay, so in your suitcase, next to your doll head, there's going to be one paper towel and your disinfectant spray. So you're going to go ahead and get that. And then you're going to spray both of your counters with your disinfectant spray, and then you're going to wipe them off. And then just go around your book. You can lift it up if you want to. And then wipe off your disinfectant spray and put it on your counter. Then throw away your paper towel, and then you're gonna go back into your suitcase and get your your universal supplies. You're gonna take out your universal supplies and you're gonna set them up. In this bag, there's hand sanitizer, paper towels, a bottle of water, and a first aid kit. So you're just gonna put all of that on your counter, nice and neat, and then you're gonna throw this bag away. When you're throwing all your bags away so it doesn't take up room in your trash can, I recommend just like taquito rolling it up and then sliding it in. Next thing you're going to do is go back into your suitcase and you're gonna get out your client box and your soiled implements container. And you're gonna set these up. Make sure that the label on your soiled implements container is facing out. Pretend this says soiled implements. It's facing out. And then we're gonna go back in and grab the draping for our client and our first client bag. So you can just set that up here and then grab your draping. You're gonna need 1 headband and 3 towels. And then because we're completely finished getting everything out of our suitcase, we're going to zip our suitcase completely closed. Sanitize. And then finish setting up our station. So we can dress our client. So that means put our headband on. When you want to do this, you're going to drape low, so drape to the nape of the neck. And then pull the headband back so you're exposing as much forehead as possible and as little amount of hair as possible. It's alright if a little hair shows, but nothing major. Okay. Now make a neck pillow. Put it in there. Make a blanket. Tuck her in. And don't forget to cover her. And then you can set up your towel to put your SMA on. You don't have to put a towel down if you don't want to, so this part's optional because we did disinfect the counters. Now we're going to set up for our services. So it said cleansing, exfoliating, and massage. So you're going to have some towels, some cotton, massage cream, exfoliant, and you're going to set all of these up together. So get rid of this with your taquito roll. Don't put it on your stomach. Just roll it outside of your body. So the towel goes with exfoliating, the brush is exfoliating, cuppy, cosmetic wedge, and exfoliant. Then you have cleanser and astringent for your cleansing routine and your massage cream for your massage routine. And then you're done setting up, bring your hand sanitizer over, sanitize, and step back and wait for further instructions. Alright, so the next portion of this exam is going to be cleansing of the face with product. So you will perform cleansing of the face with product. You will be expected to follow all client protection, safety, and infection control procedures. You will have 10 minutes to complete this section, and you will be informed when you have 5 minutes remaining. Please step back to indicate you have finished. You may begin. So then you step forward and you sanitize. Alright, and then we're going to go into our cleanser. So when you're doing this, you don't want to touch the tip of your bottle. They are going to be twist-offs like this. So you just go ahead, twist it out, and then turn away from your client over your trash can and put a little bit of cleanser on your hands. Dab it together, and then we're going to go ahead and cleanse the eyes. So you're going to tap around the eyes, and then you're just going to do circle motions. On 4 or 5, temple friction, and feather off. And then you're going to go ahead and get your tissues, and you're going to make your mitts, and then remove the product. So this is how I make my mitts. If you want to see, you're going to just put it behind 3 of your fingers, over your pointer finger, under your middle finger, and then over your ring finger, under your middle finger. And then you're just going to push the product towards the nose, come up, and then down the eyebrows. You want to make sure you're following the hair growth on the eyebrows. If there's anything left over, get that off, temple friction, and throw those mitts away. Then we're going to go in, again, not touching the tip of our product, and then we're going to put a little product over our trash can on our fingers, and we're going to cleanse the lips. So we're just going to tap that on the lips, pretending she has lipstick on, and then we're just going to scissor the mouth. And then we're going to remove with those same mitts. So... and then you're going to brace one side of the mouth and push towards it, and then brace on the other side and push towards it, just until you've removed all the product. Then you're going to throw those away, and then go in over your trash can. Oh, you can see over here, huh? Over your trash can, and get enough product to cover the face. And then for this, we're just going to dab it all over the face, and then go in circles and make sure you completely cleanse the face. You guys can throw in your little butterfly technique, scissor the nose if you want. As long as it's a thorough cleansing routine, that's all they want to see. But you don't have to do your roll padding or your little Dermalogica cleanse routine. So then we're going to make those same mitts and then remove this product. And then you can see that my table is wobbly. They are wobbly at State Board as well. You can go ahead and kind of brace your head onto your thigh, and that's going to really help stabilize it. And then just remove the product. Temple friction off. And then you're going to take on a cotton round, some astringent, turn away from your client, apply that to the entire face. Throw that away, sanitize, and step back. So you will perform exfoliating the face. You will apply exfoliating product to the entire face and manipulate using an implement or material and include towel steaming. You will be expected to follow all client protections, safety, and infection control procedures. You will have 10 minutes to complete the section, and you will be informed when you have 5 minutes remaining. Step back to indicate you have finished. You may begin. Alright, so you're going to step forward and sanitize, and then you're going to start the exfoliation process. So you're going to get the little cuppy and your cosmetic sponge, and you're going to put your exfoliant into that sponge. Alright, and then you're going to go ahead and put that all over the face. And then you can throw that cuppy away. you're going to take your exfoliating brush and you're going to exfoliate the face and manipulate that product all over it. You want to start and end on the same place on the face. So if you start on the forehead, you end on the forehead. If you start on the cheek, you end on the cheek. So you go around, across the lip, the upper lip, and pivot away from the nose. You're going to go on top of the nose, around, 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 and then stop on the forehead. So you can either leave this brush on your counter or you can put it in your soiled implements container. I always recommend putting in your soiled implements container because that every time you touch this container, you already know that you have to sanitize your hands. So touching this is an indicator for you to sanitize. Only this time you're going to sanitize your hands and you're also going to sanitize your wrists. Then you're going to take your steam towel out of the bag. Throw this bag away. And then you can go ahead and grab your water bottle and get it wet over your trash can. It doesn't have to be soaking wet. She just has to see you actually wet your towel. And then you're going to shake it out. Test the temperature. Oof, that's nice. And then we're going to drape her. Remember that you want to make sure her nose or her mouth is exposed. You can have both if you want. You're going to press that in. And then you're going to start removing. And then you're just going to set this on your table. After that, you have to remove any added or any residual product over the face. So you're going to take a dry cotton and you're just going to swipe that across. We don't want to leave any residuals on her face. Then throw it away. Then you're going to sanitize and step back and wait for further instructions. So you will perform massaging of the face with product. You are expected to follow all client protection, safety, and infection control procedures. You will have 10 minutes to complete this section, and you will be informed when you have 5 minutes remaining. Please step back to indicate that you have finished. You may begin. So this is where our school massage comes into play. You want to be massaging for a full 5 minutes. So when you step forward, you sanitize. And then you're going to get enough massage product on your hands to massage this doll for 5 minutes. I know she's plastic, but they do your hands and they kind of soak up the product, so just make sure you have enough. And if you finish our school routine, just keep going into it. If you don't want to do the school routine, then you can make up your own. You just have to make sure that you hit the 4 massage movements: effleurage, petrissage, friction, and tapotement. Alright, so we're going to get a decent sized amount. And we're going to start massaging the face. So I'm just going to apply it all over her face first. You could do a spreading movement on here if you want. Their faces are abnormally small, so it's a little difficult when you have big hands like mine. Alright, so we're going to start, and all of your movements have to be very fluid. So you don't want to lift both of your hands off the face at any given time. You have to leave one on the face. So we're going to go with our X's, temple friction, friction in front of the ear, and behind the ear. Slide up, go into your X's again, temple friction in front of the ear, and behind the ear. Slide up, one last time, X's, temple friction, in front of the ear, behind the ear. And now we go into our moons. Same thing. You're going to do these 3 times. One last time. From here, you're going to do your X's 3 times. And then slide down to petrissage. So you can see that I'm actually showing that I'm pinching the eyebrows, and then you slide back up. But you want to actually show that you're pinching, none of this pressing. I know what you guys are doing when we're practicing here, but a proctor who hasn't gone to our school isn't gonna know. So then you're gonna do circle, circle, circle down the nose, pressure around. Circle, 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 circle down the nose, pressure, and around. Circle, 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 circle down the nose, pressure, and around. Then we're going to go into our little cheek squishing move. One more time. Effleurage. You see how one of my hands is always touching the face. And at this point, if she hasn't called 5 minutes, then you go right back into friction in front of the ears, temples, and X's. So then when she calls 5 minutes, she'll say you have 5 minutes remaining. At this point, you want to do tapotement all over the face. It doesn't have to be for the rest of the 5 minutes. You just have to show that you've gone all over the face. Don't do tapotement over the nose. Doesn't feel good. You could swipe across if you want. Your prerogative. And then go ahead and get your towel, your mitts on. Again, we're going over the pointer finger, tuck it under the middle, over the ring, tuck it under the middle, and we're removing. Make sure to get all the product off the face. You could see that I'm folding over my mitts to get a new clean spot. That's completely fine. Make sure you check under the chin, under the lip, and around the nose. Alright, so you take that off, and then you can wipe off your hands while you're doing this because they're going to get pretty grody. Throw it away, sanitize, and step back. You will break down your work area and dispose of supplies used in the previous sections of this examination. You will be expected to follow all client protection, safety, and infection control procedures. You will have 5 minutes to complete this section, and you will be informed when you have 2 minutes remaining. Do not set up or perform any services until the verbal instructions have been given and you are instructed to begin. Step back to indicate you have finished. You may begin. So this, you can step forward and start breaking down your area. You can sanitize if you want and to keep that momentum going, but you don't have to. So you can just go ahead and grab all of your items. You're going to put these in here. Any single-use items that you have left, you want to throw them away. Then you want to take the draping off your client. Lay her back down. And then take this and put it in your soiled laundry bag. And this is all you do. You're going to sanitize and you're going to step back. You're going to see, guaranteed, somebody in your classroom that's going to continue and start sanitizing their whole area. They're going to get called out by their proctor in front of everybody, and it starts throwing them off. You're going to see other people who are taking longer for things. We teach you a different way than a lot of the other schools teach you. So just focus on what you're doing and do it exactly how you practice it here. So you will prepare your work area for a new client. You will set up the universal supplies you will use for the remainder of the examination. You will also set up for the following sections of the examination. Hair removal of the eyebrow by tweezing and using simulated soft wax, facial mask, facial makeup, and you will prepare your client for services. You will be expected to follow all client protection, safety, and infection control procedures. You will have 15 minutes to complete this section. You will be informed when you have 8 minutes remaining. Do not demonstrate any procedures until the verbal instructions are given and you are instructed to begin. Step back to indicate you have finished. You may begin. So for this, we're going to start disinfecting our whole area. So the very first thing that you want to do is take everything from your counter and put it on your working table. Okay? So we're going to grab our soiled implements box, set it here. We're going to grab our water bottle, set it here. Our disinfectant, our first aid. And last thing that you want to get are your towels. So you want to grab your towels and open up the bottom towel, because this is going to set all of your clean ones on top of it. Okay? Now we're going to take one of those clean towels and we're going to sanitize our counter. Spray it down, spray it down, spray it down. Sanitize our bottle and set it down. You're going to move everything we just moved over back to your counter. So use that same paper towel, wipe off the bottom of that, wipe off your hand sanitizer, wipe off your water, wipe off your first aid kit, wipe off your soiled implements container. Remember, keep the label facing to the front when you put it back. Now take this towel and throw it away. Take all your beautifully clean towels and put it on your beautifully clean table. Then you're going to take this towel and you're going to spray, spray, spray all over and disinfect it. Wipe off your bottle, set it down. And you're going to continue. You're going to set up now for your next client. So we're going to move Jody back to our working table. I'm going to fix these up a little bit nicer. Then I'm going to go into my suitcase. Sanitize for good measure, you know. And for good luck, you know. Okay, so we're going to go into our suitcase. You're going to get out 3 towels, your headband, and your makeup tape. Remember, anything you take out of your suitcase, you cannot put it back in. So if you take out too many towels, because there will be extra for you, and you don't need them, just put them in your soiled laundry bag. You're going to take out your second client bag, set that down, and then we're going to zip it closed because we're done getting everything we need, and we're going to start setting up. So because we zipped our suitcase closed, we're going to sanitize our hands. I'm going to move my second client bag over to this table while I dress my doll. And we're going to put on her headband and start low on the nape of the neck. And we're going to expose as much forehead as we can with as little hair as we can. Take your time on that. Make sure your headband's on there secure, because in my class, one girl's hers kept popping off. She's like, can I please put it back on? But your proctor can't tell you anything, so. All right, so make your pillow. Take out her blanket. Tuck her in. And then we're going to put on her makeup cape. And for her makeup cape, you want to leave like an inch or a half an inch to an inch of that towel still exposed. And you can tuck that in. And then I'm going to set my towel up for my SMA. Now we're going to tackle this bag. So in this bag, you're going to have a bag for microdermabrasion. Set that to the side. You're going to have a bag for makeup. Set that to the side. You're going to have a bag for eyelash enhancement. Set that to the side. You're going to set up right now for waxing. So we're going to get our post-epilation out. We're going to get our antiseptic. We're going to get our cotton to dry the eyebrow with, a cuppy, gloves, tweezers, cellulose cotton, your actual wax pot, 2 wax strips, 3 wax sticks, and some cotton. Then for your mask, we're going to get our mask product, our astringent, and our moisturizer, and a cupie, and our brush. And we're going to taquito roll our bag back without touching our bodies. And then we're going to sanitize and step back. You will perform hair removal of the eyebrows by tweezing and using, simulated soft wax. You will demonstrate hair removal from one eyebrow by tweezing, and you will demonstrate hair removal from the other eyebrow by using simulated soft wax. You will be expected to follow all client protection, safety, and infection control procedures. You will be instructed individually by the examiner to demonstrate the tweezing and the soft wax procedures. This is an untimed section. Do not begin to demonstrate the tweezing and soft wax procedures until instructed individually by the examiner. So this is one of the parts in your test where your examiner, who has been watching 8 people from the front of the room, is going to come up close and personal to your little bubble and tell you, begin tweezing. So when she says that, begin tweezing, you walk forward and you put on your gloves. Oh man, these are smalls. Oh man, it's going so well. Okay, so you put on your gloves and then you sanitize. It's like an extra large sausage in a small casing. All right. So, okay. No, we can keep going. It's fine.
You don't want it to tilt down?
Oh, yeah.
Let me do me. You do you.
All right. My sassy cameraman.
Wait. Go.
Good. All right, so we're going to take our antiseptic and we're going to put it on our cotton. And I'm going to go for the eyebrow that is harder for me to reach. So that would be this right eyebrow. We're going to take that, rub it, and we're going to throw that away, and we're going to wrap our cellulose cotton around our middle finger, and then use our pointer and our thumb finger to brace the eyebrow. And you can see that I'm reaching over the front of her head instead of trying to come back here and do it. So we're going to reach over, you're going to pluck a hair, put it on the cotton, pluck a hair, put it on the cotton, pluck a hair, put it on the cotton. And you're going to do this until she says move on to waxing. It's typically going to be 3 hairs, but hey, she might do 4, she might do 5, she might do 1. Just follow what she's saying. Pluck from the bottom of the eyebrow, not the middle. Just like you would pluck a normal client. You're going to throw away that cotton and set down your tweezers. You want to finish this service, so we're going to put antiseptic on our cotton again. And we're going to put that over that eyebrow that we just tweezed. And then we're going to move on to waxing. So for waxing, we're going to take another cotton and we're going to put antiseptic on that cotton. And we're going to prepare the eyebrow. And this eyebrow is now wet and we can't wax over wet skin. So we're going to take our little cuppy with a cotton ball in it and we're going to dry the eyebrow. I just pop that back in there and throw it away. And then we're going to get our wax out. So you're going to get your wax. And then you're going to scrape it out. It's typically petroleum jelly. You're going to put it into your wax cuppy. You're going to throw it away. Close your wax pot. You're going to take a new stick with some of that wax on it and test it on your hand. Ooh, perfect temperature. We're not trying to burn Jody. Rip it off. Rip it off. Okay, we're going to take another new stick, and we're going to take that, set our wax pot down, and you can do the top or the bottom of the eyebrow. The top is easier. Just remember not to get it in the actual eyebrow hairs, and you want to do it the full length of the eyebrow. Take the stick in your cuppy, throw it away. Take a wax strip, put it on that petroleum jelly. You're going to brace the skin and pull off. Throw that away. And then she's going to, at this point, move on to the next person. But you know that you still have to finish the service. So you're going to take the cotton and you're going to take antiseptic one last time. Put it on. Put it over the skin. And then you're going to take post-epilation. Put that on over the skin. And then you're going to remove your gloves. Remember to remove your gloves. Then you're going to sanitize and step back. You will apply a facial mask and conclude the facial service. You will be expected to follow all client protection, safety, and infection control procedures. You'll have 10 minutes to complete this section. You will be informed when you have 5 minutes remaining. Step back to indicate you have finished. You may begin. You're going to step forward and sanitize. You're going to take your cuppy and you're going to put your mask product in there. And we're going to put the mask product on. The most important thing to remember about this section is not to get mask on the mouth or in the eyebrows. So take your time. You have 10 minutes to do this. You want her to look pretty. So pretty. Alright, so once we have the mask on, then we're going to throw that cuppy away. And again, you can set your fan brush on your SMA, or you can put it in your soiled implements container, but I'm just going to set it over here because we don't have to worry about sanitizing. Then you have 3 large round cotton rounds, large cotton rounds to remove this product. They're going to be bigger than this, but this is what we have. So you can remove it 2 wet, 1 dry, 1 wet, 2 dry, all wet, however you want. It really depends on the mask that they give you. Typically it's like a gel or a lotion base, so I go for 2 dry first, just personal preference. You don't have to wait any certain amount of time to take it off. Just go in and start removing. Alright, and once you have the majority off, you can take your last one, take a little water. Remove that. And remember to check underneath the mouth, underneath the nose, and underneath the chin. Throw that away. And then we're going to go in with our astringent. Turn away from your client. And we're going to put that all over the face. And then we're going to put on moisturizer. Remember, it is a little tiny face made of plastic. You don't need a ton of moisturizer. That's enough. probably too much, realistically, now that I'm seeing it in action. So do your best to remove as much as you can. Okay, now you're going to sanitize and set back. You will apply facial makeup. You are expected to brace when working around the eye and mouth areas. You will be expected to follow all client protection, safety, and infection control procedures. You will have 20 minutes to complete this section, and you will be informed when you have 10 minutes remaining. Please step back to indicate you have finished. You may begin. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove all the stuff off of our counter, so or our working area, so we have somewhere to put our makeup. So you're just going to grab all your bottles and your wax. Remember, don't throw your wax pot away. You stay space safe. And we're just going to throw those in there. And then we can sanitize because we just touched our little box. And we can proceed. You don't have to throw your single-use items away because it's the same client. So we are going to dump out all our makeup, throw away our bag, and then I like to set up my makeup in the order that you need to put it on the face. Okay, so it's going to be foundation, powder, blush, brush the eyebrows, eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara, lip liner, lipstick. And then you just go into doing it. So okay. So you can put on your foundation on the back of your hand or on your steel palette. I just prefer the back of my hand. We're going to dot it all over her face. And then we're just going to rub this in. You don't want any signs of demarcation. Honestly, it's really cheap foundation on a plastic doll, so you're basically just rubbing it off. For the most part. Don't let them think that, though. We're getting her ready for prom. It's not full coverage, obviously. Okay, so then once you're finished putting on the foundation, go ahead and wipe off the excess on your hand. Throw that away, and then we're going to go in with powder. So you're going to put the powder on. I don't think there's any in here. So you're going to put the powder on. Typically, it's just a loose powder. You'll rub it together and flick off the excess over your trash can and then go in and powder her whole face. If she looks like a cocaine face, like just rub it off to your best ability. Happens to everybody. You're putting powder on a plastic head. Okay, so now we're going to put on the blush. Open your blush. Dip in a cotton dip. I don't know if that's the right word. And then you can rip this in half if you want, or you can just go straight in. I prefer to just go straight in. And apply it on both cheeks. The harder you rub, the easier it blends out. Typically, you're going to get a really bright, hot pink blush on skateboard. So just be really careful. You know how those dollar store blushes they're super pigmented. Okay, so when you're working around the eye and mouth areas, you have to brace. So you want 2 points of contact on the face at all times. One to stabilize the head, and then typically your pinky. So anytime you hear me telling you guys pinky is down, this is what I'm talking about. So you can see my pinky is resting on her head, and I'm just brushing her eyebrows. It feels weird. Yes. You look stupid. Yes. But you'll pass your test. Okay, so throw that away. And then we're going to go into our palette. You're going to have one of these sponge tip applicators, and you want to take a color that your proctor is going to be able to see. So I'm going to go for this dark plum, and I'm going to load up both sides of my thing. I'm going to close my eyeshadow palette and then go in. One point of contact, holding her head. Second point of contact, my pinky. I'm just going to buff that right onto her eyelid. Flip it over. I still have that point of contact, those points of contact. They're not looking at how well you can do makeup. They're just looking at if you're doing it safe or not. One side looks far better. Moving on. Then you take your eyeliner. These, you don't have to do anything special. You don't have to do wing eyeliner. You don't have to turn her into Cleopatra. She has a groove at the top of her eye. Just put your pencil in that. One point of contact, holding the head. Second point of contact, pinky. That's it. And then to get the other side, I bring my hand around. And then, there you go. Okay, now we're going to do the mascara. You're going to open this. You're actually going to dip it in your mascara. Take it out. Close your mascara. Yes, I know she doesn't have eyelashes. You're pretending. One point of contact. 2 points of contact. And then you throw it away. Now we're going to go to the lip liner. We're working around the eye and mouth areas. We still have to brace. So hold the head steady. Bring your pinky and stabilize your hand. If you're not good at outlining, do it in small strokes. They're slippery little buggers. And you're not trying to give her Kylie Jenner lips. You don't have to fill them. You're not supposed to fill them in, so just outline them. And then once you're done, close that. Open up your lipstick, which, yes, will be in a little tub, most likely. Load up your lip brush or Q-tip. 1 point of contact, 2 points of contact. And apply. Okay, so at this point, we still have time left in our 20 minutes that we were given. So you can choose to clear out all your makeup before you sanitize and step back. Personally, I like to do that. Or you can leave it here. So we're just gonna not leave it here. Put that all away. Remember, we touched this bucket. We're gonna sanitize. And now we're gonna step back and wait for further instructions. You will demonstrate the blood exposure procedure. You'll imagine the following scenario. Scenario. During the service, your client has mysteriously sustained a minor cut to the forehead. The injury is such that you can continue with the service. You have not come in contact with the blood and your work area has not been contaminated. You are expected to demonstrate the proper procedure for blood exposure. You will be expected to follow all client protection, safety, and infection control procedures. You will have 10 minutes to complete this section. You will be informed when you have 5 minutes remaining. Please step back to indicate you have finished. You may begin. So we're going to step forward. She's cut. Oh no, Jody, we've spent so much time on her at this point. You're going to grab your first aid kit, set it down, open it, take out your gloves. Put them on. This is not a large glove. I don't, my hands aren't that big, guys. Come on. Alright. This one's a large. Okay, so we're going to put on our gloves, sanitize, and now we're going to get everything ready. Open up your biohazard bag. You don't want to be shoving your hands in this, so open it like a chip bag. And make sure that when you set it down, the opening is open so you can put your stuff in it without touching it. Take out your Band-Aid and an alcohol prep pad and close this. So then we're going to clean off the skin. Everything from this section goes into your biohazard bag. We're dealing with blood. That goes in there. Oh no, her makeup, we just did it. Okay. Band-Aid trash, also in there. Put on your Band-Aid. Right smack dab where you cleaned it. And then take off your gloves. Turn them inside out. Bundle them up in your other hand. Turn them inside out so you don't come in contact with any of the blood. Put that in there. Zip it closed. And throw her away. Then you're going to sanitize and step back. You have 2 minutes to set up the supplies for the particle microdermabrasion section of this examination. Please do not begin any procedures until the verbal instructions have been read and you are instructed to begin. Step back to indicate you have finished. You may begin. So you're going to step forward and sanitize. We're going to take off Jody's Band-Aid. We're going to throw that away. My trash can's a little full right now, so if that happens, you can touch your trash and push it down. Just make sure you sanitize after. If you drop anything on the floor, pick it up immediately, sanitize after. I'm gonna move my blood exposure kit away. So we're gonna set up our particle microdermabrasion. Take out your microdermabrasion machine. Expensive. Take out your cuppy, take out your mask. We got some more cottons, your degreaser, a makeup wedge, eye protection, and gloves. We're going to taquito burrito roll it up, sanitize, and step back. That's all you do for this 2 minutes. Okay, so you will perform particle microdermabrasion. You will demonstrate horizontal and vertical strokes on the forehead. You will be expected to follow all client protection, safety, and infection control procedures. You'll have 10 minutes to complete the section, and you will be informed when you have 5 minutes remaining. Please step back to indicate you have finished. You may begin. So we're going to step forward, and we're going to sanitize. You're going to get your degreaser and your cuppy onto a wedge, and you're going to prepare the forehead. We're removing any excess dirts or oils at this point. You're going to throw away that cuppy. Now you're going to dry this product. Okay, so we have to dry the forehead because we can't microderm on wet skin, and we're going to throw that away. And now we're going to protect our client before we protect ourselves. So we're going to take 2 cotton rounds, wet them. You don't have to wet them, but it just helps them stick onto the eyes. And then we're going to start, you can keep it zoomed in.
But you...
Yeah, you just raise it up, tilt it up.
It's
so
not too close?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to start from the top, and you're going to put on your glasses. If you wear glasses, you don't have to, you can skip this step. I wish I cleaned these goggles before this video. And then you're going to put on your mask, and you're probably going to start fogging up at this point. Yep, there it goes. Then you're going to put on your gloves, and at this point, let your intuition guide you, because you're almost fully fogged. Then you're going to sanitize. Grab your microderm machine. Expensive. Okay, now we're going to go down, and we're going to start with vertical strokes on the forehead. So we're going to pull toward us first, and you want to make sure you're bracing. So follow your brace. Oh God, someone call customer service. Okay, so follow follow your brace, do the whole forehead. You only have to do one pass, and then adjust your brace when you're doing horizontal strokes. Okay, and we're going to take this off. So we're going to just drop this at this point. You can stay down here. And then we're going to take a dry cotton round, and we're going to dust off any residual crystals, and then we're going to throw that away. Now we're going to take off our Microdermabrasion, take off the tip, put this in our sold implements container, put our glasses in there, throw away our mask, throw away our gloves, sanitize our hands, take off our client's iPads. Oh shit, we smudged our eyeliner. Throw that away, sanitize, and step back. You have 2 minutes to set up the supplies for your eyelash enhancement, blah, 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 blah. So they're going to give us 2 minutes. So we're going to step forward, sanitize our hands, and then just take everything out of the bag. So in your bag, you're going to have a set of eyelashes, some spoolies, some tweezers, pair of cuticle scissors, eyelash glue, and some toothpicks. Throw that away, and then you can just set that up. There's really no rhyme or reason to that. You're going to sanitize and step back. And at this point, they're going to tell you, you will apply eyelash enhancements. You will add a complete eyelash band to the full length of the lash line of both eyes. You are expected to brace when working around the eyes. You will be expected to follow all client protection, safety, and infection control procedures. You'll have 10 minutes to complete this section. You will be reminded when you have 5 minutes remaining. Please step back to indicate you have finished. You may begin. So you're going to step forward, sanitize. We're going to take the lid off of our lashes, and you will have a new set of lashes, not used ones, like this. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little dollop of glue so that can start getting tacky. Then I'm going to take one of my spoolies, and I'm going to go over the trash. I'm going to brush the debris off my lashes. Yours won't move like this because they'll be new. Okay, and then you can leave this here or throw it away. We have extra, so we'll throw it away. You're going to take each eyelash off, and you're going to measure. Oh my gosh, Jody's tiny face needs smaller eyelashes. So we're going to pretend to cut the eyelashes. Set those back down. Measure her other eye. It's actually a little smaller than the first one. Okay, pretend to cut it. And then we're going to take our toothpick and get some glue. Put that on the complete band of the lash. It can be really thin. Throw that away. And then we need to brace when working around the eyes. So you're just going to set both pinkies down when you put these on. Or right now I'm using my ring finger, so whatever feels most comfortable in an uncomfortable situation, if you know what I mean. Okay? Then we're going to take some more on the other one. Do the same thing. Pinkies down. And you want to hold it there until it sticks. Check it. All right. These are fragile and holding on with a wish and a prayer, so don't touch them. But we have to brush them, so we're going to brace the head, second point of contact with our pinky, and pretend to brush. Okay, throw that away. We're going to sanitize and step back. At this point, you're done with your examination. Some proctors will want you to sanitize your area before leaving. My proctor, they didn't, so just remember that even though you're done, you want to listen to your proctor. At this point, if your proctor wants you to clean up, just take out all of your, or throw away all of your single-use items. Because you're like, man, I am done. I want to get out of here. Like everybody else is like rushing around. Throw away all those. Throw this back in here. Throw everything but your disinfectant in here. Leave out your paper towels. Undress Jody. Get her out of your salon. Throw this into your laundry bag. Open your suitcase. Throw your dirty laundry in there. Throw all your dirty stuff in here. We're getting out. We're going aboard. Throw that clothes.
What about your trash?
Yeah, you're going to throw that in there. Oh shit, we forgot our sanitizer. The pressure is nigh. Throw all that in there. Sanitize. Sanitize. Throw it away. Shove this in here. Zip it closed and you're gone. It wasn't easy getting here.